Hello everybody, welcome back to Strategic Command Paradox game of playing. So we have these units on the way across the Atlantic. And we do have the destroyers on the other side. Let's just see how far can these guys go. Alright, let's try and put this battleship up here somewhere. Alright, and these guys. Alright, so they can almost meet up. Let's see if we can find some subs on the way. Not really. Alright, just go there. And let's start sending up all of these. Oops, that was wrong. Did I do that right? I'm not sure. But this is fine. And we have the carrier coming over here. So we got 2 armors, 2 tank divisions, or whatever it is, tank corps, tank armies. This one can operate to England. So let's do that. We have a carrier here that can advanced aircraft. Upgrade that. What about the other carriers? They are 1, 1. Yeah, they're all 1. This one should get some more aircraft actually. This one indeed. Get that back. And then we can reinforce these destroyers. I'm also contemplating buying a British headquarter, so that when the US arrives, we can land with both a US and a British headquarter attached. I think I'll start building that next turn. If I save up some points now, there's nothing else to do over here, I guess. In Africa we have these. Let's just send them around Malta. And then I'm thinking about doing some long-range amphibious transport. I'm not quite sure what the difference is, but it gives me 2 and it's very expensive, but it allows me to put another 2 units in the sea so that we can land with 4 units. How much would that cost for this one? Yeah, that's 100. Or I could just transport them, take Syracuse with these corps, and then simply land in Syracuse. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to transport for only 39. Get them out behind. Transport. Alright. So these guys are going to land in Sicily next turn. Then we have an army over here that's going to Greece. Let me just zoom in on Greece a little bit because we have some spatial issues now. We could extend at the front a little bit by moving up. These guys cannot reinforce anyway, so we could... I would also like to upgrade though. Which ones needs to upgrade? It's just this one actually, and it could potentially upgrade now. And then of course this one here. but that needs to be rotated back before it can upgrade. In the back we got more artillery and the recons, plenty of aircraft. I don't have the amount of units ready to expand too much, but I could expand a little bit. So what I'm planning to do here is simply go up here, take a shot, and go up here. I'll take a shot here as well. Alright, moving them out of the way. And then we can get the British artillery up. The desert field artillery it is. And we can also get the headquarters closer to the action. Both of them actually. And then over here, I'm thinking about bombing those tanks again. That was pretty effective last time. Let's try that. 2 damage. And 1 more. And then we have the tactical. 2 damage. And 1 more. 2 damage. That was awesome. Perhaps we can actually take them out now. Yep, there goes 1 tank. And I'll move these guys up here. And just settle for that for now. This is starting to look very, very good. I'll move this guy out of Larissa because it's in the way. How much will it cost to reinforce these guys? 32, that's fine. And then let's ship that guy over from Cairo. Just transport. To Larissa. Land there and move up. That will need to reinforce next turn, and then we got that to help out. Looking very good in Greece right now, I think. I still got 200 British points, which I'm going to save up. I wonder if we can attack this headquarters. I could, but not sure what happened. Give it a couple of shots, and that's it. Alright, so the Soviets. This is what we've all been waiting for. Look at that, 1,000 points. Right, let's start. This one's not going to go anywhere, so we gotta reinforce that. So that's out of the picture. So let's send these guys up here. Okay, we got the other armor in Jassy. That means we cannot surround them this turn. We can move up to here. And up to here. And get these guys forward to here. And then we got one more here that hasn't moved. Are we taking shots here? I don't know if it's necessary. What about over here then? Alright, so move the shock army over here. Then get the mechanized over here. And these guys up here. And then we got the core over there. And move these guys over there. Take a shot at the Romanians. they're gone, but I can't move up. That's fine. Then up here we gotta reinforce these guys. And I'm keen on moving the paratroopers forward. But would they be able to prepare? Yes, they would. That's because they're in supply 6, but that's gonna end once they get over here. No, I think I'll just simply push up to here and to here to have a continuous line, and then we'll see if we can make that kettle next turn. These guys will just stay and reinforce here, and then up here things are looking a little bit more difficult, but we will take out that one. This 11th Panzer is down to 5. I think we'll just surround it. Although that might cost a an army corps if I do that, because these guys will have to move up here. Yeah, that's the only one that can move in. This one will definitely reinforce. There's no going around that. Alright. Yeah, we gotta move these guys up here. And then we can move the light tanks up. Take a shot. And then we have to move around this way. Like that. Alright, so this pocket will not be closed this turn. No, that's fine. We got the tanks pocketed now. What about up here? No. Attacks are futile right now. Let's reinforce. Up here we got some weak Germans in front of us. But it is raining, so we could do this. 3 damage, takes it down to 3, and then move the army up here. Takes it down to 1. And with a little bit of luck, we got it. Although we do take some damage from that, so I'm gonna stay there. And then we're gonna reinforce. That can't reinforce. This one can. Okay, so just do that. And then move these guys up. Still got a little hole in the line over here, but we are holding VTEPs as long as possible. And then over here. Ba-dum. Attach this one. Let's see. They are supplied 2 and 1 respectively. Let's start withering them down. Not much withering going on there. Gotta reinforce this one. Attack the cavalry. Move up here. Move down there. That's how it's gonna be. These guys will take Jelgava and move up here. And then up here. Supply would be what? Supply right here is 5, 3, 2. If I go up behind them, we have supply 7. Right now they're aiming supply 4 and 6. Ba-da-bum-bum. Alright, let's move them up here. And we have that lone army corps up here. Just move it forward. And we still got 800 points. Let me just check the research for the Soviets. Advanced aircraft still at 55%. Infantry weapons level 2 is coming up though. It's at 94. Maybe we should just save up points to be able to upgrade. Is there anything I need to purchase right now? I can get the cheap core here. That's just 48, so let's get that. Maybe one more paratrooper, although they do cost 200. What about an army? An army would cost 157. Do I really need that many armies? It's hard to believe, isn't it? But okay, let's get one of those, get 2 of those. Save up the rest for upgrading. And I think that takes us to the end. Let's go with the Axis turn. Red Army Headquarters. Given the large armored formations that both sides can deploy on the Eastern Front, there have been calls for the formation of dedicated anti-tank units. These will be useful when encountering enemy armored formations, but will be fragile when fighting enemy infantry. We could at low cost quickly form 3 dedicated anti-tank units at Gorky for 200 points at 50 points a turn for 4 turns. They will deploy at half strength and will need upgrading. Would you like to form these dedicated anti-tank units? I don't think I want. No, I'm gonna go with no. I never use these units. Infantry all the way for the Soviets. USSR transfer Siberian troops. Haha. Let's see what we got. 2 headquarters. 3 army corps. 5 armies. Medium tanks, heavy tanks, and some aircraft. Ready to be shipped in. British troops invade Madagascar. Mass demonstrations throughout Vichy France proclaim their support for the goal. The Japanese complete the conquest of the Philippines as Corregidor falls. Nothing in the way of our convoys this turn. Looking good on the point side. If the Germans are clever, they will simply retreat now and form some kind of line further back. Germany forms the anti-tank units, I don't care. They're gonna be useless against my mass infantry formations. Right, we got some operations going on. Aircraft moving about. I'm surprised the Germans are not using their aircraft even more than they do. Maybe they just get depleted and they don't have the points to get them back up again. The famous destroyer is back, causing 2 damage, and will probably go back to port. His army corps is getting some whooping. With the weather now clear, this should be the time for the German summer offensive. But instead it's going to be the Soviet summer offensive. These mechs are gonna get some whooping. Nope, they changed their target. Defensive artillery. Comes the Romanians and Hungarians. Alright, the mechanized. Oh, they got shifted out. That was probably a good thing. Vitebsk has been holding on since the beginning of the war. And it's likely that it's never going to change hands. Defensive artillery again. And this is a prepared defensive position, so nothing will happen there. Depleted medium armor. That's what the Germans got all over the place now. Depleted units. Unable to reinforce. And I think we're looking at a full-scale fallback during the summer, or maybe even just running away. It's simply just gonna run. And I won't stop until I reach Berlin. We got the rockets up here, Vitebsk. Still got several German pockets around, haven't been able to destroy them. Soviet morale is boosted as reinforcements arrive from Siberia. Probably can place some rocket launchers this coming turn. Let's see. Got some intel. Challenge in Tirana. Lots of garrisons around. Now the Prime Minister is pressing for us to invade Norway. Churchill argues that by liberating the country we can protect our convoys to Russia, while also preventing the flow of iron ore from Norway to Germany. There is no doubt that liberating Norway would be of use to the war effort, but whether this is the wisest use of our resources given the long struggle ahead to liberate Europe, only you can judge. Yeah, I know. New units. 8 Air Force arrive in Philadelphia. And also the Bradley headquarters in Norfolk. And we got US Soviet shock armies arriving. Where should we put them? I think we'll simply put them in the south and use them to keep pushing forward. We can use them right here. Right there. Wow, this is gonna be great. I think we can, yeah, we can definitely surround all these guys in the coming turn. And we can start pushing deeper into Axis territory. once we got this pocket cleared, we have free way to Bucharest and to Sofia. The German position looks a bit weak. We're also going to land in Sicily, and once we get the US troops into Britain, we'll launch an attack in Western Europe as well. Whether that will be Denmark or maybe France, I'm not sure. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.